No fucking way. No fucking way.
No fucking way indeed, my friends. And
Hello. We've just started. Sorry, we're late.
well, you see, the thing is, though, is that we knew that Hayden was going to be here. I have a valid reason of my son, and Lewis is just
Coming, apparently.
He's coming.
I think he meant it in a different term because
Lu-
he sent a message saying, I'm coming.
Lou's been coming for the past 14 minutes. That's very impressive, Lou.
Spaffing dust by now.
What a visual. What a fucking visual.
Yes. Hello, prostate ticklers. It is us. It's the LOD. We are back. Season 7, episode 15. It is another Tuesday. Anyone who saw Sunday's one with Lewis, bless him for hosting a reaction show to the Xbox with guests, which I'm sure he can discuss when he gets here, if he gets here. We'll be quick roundhouse, and then we can miss out because what have you been up to this week, Nintendo Switch 2, man?
Well, I'll just get my baby out right here. There it is.
Right, now,
okay.
I logged into TikTok under the LOD, and I can see that you've not seen any of the things. But did you see the one I linked through on the WhatsApp?
In all honesty, no, I have not actually.
Oh, I wanted you to watch that one.
Okay. Go on, give me a quick little brief overview.
It's a kind of like a breakdown of the Switch 2. I thought you would like to watch it. I think you should see if it's still there.
Oh no, is this that? Oh fuck, I've seen this on Twitter. Is this when like the younger cousin or something gets to it, or like the other?
No. There were two. There were funny ones, but this one I sent purely to see your reaction. So if you go to the chat in WhatsApp right now and see if you can still see it there, and just click it.
Durability test. Oh fuck the app, and I don't have the app anymore. Why have I not got the app anymore?
Yeah, why don't you? Will it open?
Strange. I'm going to do a Lewis from like season 1. So it's here. I opened the link.
Put the sound on as well. For you.
It goes to the bloody app itself, which 2 minutes to download? My God, this is ass. Wait, hold on. I swear this didn't happen before.
Yeah.
We're going to learn how to use TikTok here, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought you still had it. Did you delete the app? Were you getting... you falling into a TikTok hole?
I remember deleting a bunch of apps when I needed to make way for storage for PS1 ROMs on my Gamma app.
Valid reason.
Yeah, it's not like, I hate TikTok. In fact, actually, it's very addictive. It's quite, some of the shit you get on there is pretty good. But now, whilst that's downloading, because it's an absolute goober, I'm afraid I have not actually seen that one yet, and therefore I haven't seen your messages you send directly to me on TikTok. Which
all 25 of them that says.
Fucking hell! I didn't realize it was that bad, man. I feel awful
Hayden
now.
Has sent you a couple as well on there.
Oh, fucking hell! Oh shit!
We thought you still had it. Anyway, so yes, you've been playing the Switch 2, and how are you finding it?
It is breathtaking. I gotta give it to them. They have done above and beyond for themselves on this. You can definitely feel the quality overall is just magnificent compared to the Switch 1. Hold on, I'm not going laggy now, am I?
Is that to do with your downloading on your phone? That's a big.
Most fucking likely.
Meg's watching Pornhub.
Most bloody.
Heather watching Pornhub too now. Hunters.
Wrong partner.
That's why I said it.
Well, what else do you expect? What else do you expect it to do when Hunter's in bed and I'm in here? Yeah. Well, still. Right. Where were we? Okay, Laggy McLaggerson. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't worry, it's not that bad. You're caught up now. What's so cool? So, Switchy 2.
Switchy 2. Findings. I am finding it absolutely wonderful. The quality overall is fucking astronomical compared to my original Switch 1. Because my Switch 1, we got the light OLED and the Switch 1. You can definitely feel the difference between the Switch 1 and the OLED. But yeah, fuck it. Even comparing this to the OLED, and especially the Switch 1 itself, leaps and bounds. Of course, it hasn't even been a week yet, and since I've had it, but I've had no drift. So, hooray!
I've seen a lot of videos on Twitter with TikTok, where it's like, I've already got drift. It's like, how much damage did you do to that Switch 2?
Yeah, no teeth. I know it's absolutely ridiculous. The quality of it is absolutely brilliant. To be fair, though, despite the screen being bigger and obviously the controllers themselves being bigger, it's still a fucking pain in the ass to hold. Because obviously it doesn't have that curvature of the Steam Deck, so obviously you're having to like your fucking hands are behind it and do that, which can be a bit annoying. So I like to have it docked up here, or I like to use it and just this little screen mode. Even that's fucking amazing.
Have you used the mouse?
I have. It is amazing. Lose here. We'll get to you in a sec, Lou. I'm just spaffing all over the Switch 2. I have used the mouse function. I haven't played a game which optimizes the mouse function yet. I've only got Super Mario World, but I've navigated through the store and I've navigated through the homepage using the little mouse. And that's one of the reasons. Another reason why I wanted it on my desk was because it's got the mouse option. So I've put my little mouse pad here with the Switch controller. And
you've got an adapter, don't you? That you have to put on it to make it the glide on the mouse.
Nope.
No. I've seen someone showing. There's a little orange thing that comes in the pack that you clip to when you wanted to clip it to mouse mode. You take it out and you clip it to the bottom, and it's got a glide on it to stop any damage to the bottom of the.
There might be some damage, and it's probably the box is right up there, so I haven't thrown it away. But
there should be these orange things with a little looks like a rubber disc on it. That's to clip underneath in mouse mode for.
Oh dear. Yeah, so I haven't been using that bit. I've just kind of, been a little child and be like, ooh, use it. Yeah, of course. So I've been using that. It's been responsive so far, now that I know that.
No worries, Daz.
Yeah, cheers, Daz. But yeah, my God, it's absolutely amazing. You can definitely tell, and fuck me, it is nice to actually have the wait time in order to get to the store is fucking much better on the Switch 2 than it is.
Really quick, is it?
It's not. To be fair, it's not like going from the store on the PlayStation or the Xbox, but it's better. It's much better.
It's a lot quicker.
So yeah, and I've been playing Mario Kart World. Ooh, my God, is that amazing? That was exactly what they needed to do from the Mario Kart series. The free roam. Fuck me. It's vast, it's practically dead, but it's so beautiful. And there are nice little missions and everything to do, so it keeps you busy. But it is incredible. And the knockout mode itself is so much fun. And as I said to the guys on the chat, because on Thursday night, Hunter was sleeping around Nanny's, so I had the whole night playing on the Switch too. And I was on 100cc during the Grand Prix, as well as the knockout mode. And for Super Mario Kart 8, the AI is piss easy to defeat. Here, they are right bastards in the best sense. It is legit. There's a legit challenge here. And many, many fucking times where I have literally, yes, the last time I played this was a knockout mode. I was Yoshi and I was against fucking Wiggler. That was it. I was against the Wiggler. Like Peach and everyone else, but the knockout was the final four. I literally was from the distance between here and the fucking door, which is like 8 feet away. You could taste victory. I'm gonna win this one, get the trophy and everything. The next thing you know, I get fucking hit with a red shell, and then all three of the bastards fucking overtook me, and I was 4th place. It was
to be you.
I know. So they're a legit challenge. I love it. I can't wait to play more of it. And of course, you know me, I'm the retro one who loves all the retro games. And the GameCube games are fucking brilliant. I love it. Soul Calibur 2 as Link.
Bollocks. I just realized something. I use StreamYard, not Studio, to do the podcast for the Xbox Showcase.
Yeah.
It's all right, buddy.
We're both.
No wonder I was like, why have I got to set everything up? Because he set me up on here.
He set you up on here. It was scheduled. I still see it was scheduled originally. Draft for this. Yeah. Don't matter. Don't worry.
Sorry, I just realised.
Ping.
Sorry.
it's the. I love that. It's the pure realization and your natural reaction to just sprout the words "oh bollocks." Never change, Lou. Never change, please.
Sorry, I just.
You can hear the click before that sound
You
come out.
fucking could.
It was like,
good.
Oh, bollocks. Click.
Oh, shit.
Oh. So you're loving the Switch 2. Have you got any other? I mean, apart from the retros that are already on there, Switch 2, and Mario Kart, you haven't got anything else on it?
Because I'm a subscriber to Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. I get both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 versions for free. So I've downloaded those. They took a little bit longer, understandable. And I've got the Mario World Odyssey Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade. But actual releases, nothing else. Although I did pre-order Donkey Kong, what was it? Bonanza? Bonanza, yeah. The new Donkey Kong one, that's coming out, August time? So,
there's a settings in the settings as well. There's two things. I'll have to find it for you, Tom, where you turn it off to save some of the battery mode. I don't know if you've already done that. And another one, which is to turn the fake HD off on what do they call it? Games, where they're
unoptimized.
Optimized. That's it.
Yeah.
Because then it stops it from giving that fuzzy HD look.
Yeah.
It saves battery.
I haven't done anything like tweaky wise in regards to that as of yet. Again, like a child, I just went in and started playing. But I've turned on 120 frames output for this monitor. And, yes, you can tell it is beautiful. And even the 120 frames on the screen itself is very beautiful, very fluid. And I absolutely love it. And of course, the main thing people were worried about. Oh god, I love this thing. I can kiss it. Obviously, people worried about the Joy-Cons themselves coming off.
They're pretty robust.
They are fucking.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok of there's a Japanese guy doing a review of it. And can you still hear us? You all right?
Yeah, no, everything's fine. However, my screen's just decided to go a little bit fuzzy, so I'm just going to have to drop off, and I'm going to have to come back on. My PC and everything needs. Yeah, it was an issue which happened early in the week, so.
Okay, so we'll come back to that in a second. Lewis, welcome to the show. Hello. Well done on Sunday, my friend. Sorry I couldn't stay in the chat. I got
Stubbs. I got Stubbs, Wandering
Dutch,
and Friendly Pest.
Friendly Pest, that was it. I couldn't remember Friendly Pest. Yes. So those that haven't seen it.
Friendly Pest wanted to see. I invited him because he was very. I'm not sure I'm really going to be an Xbox guy anymore, so I thought it'd be cool to see his reaction to some of the stuff. Stubbs coming back was a surprise, and I
can't believe it.
Did you hear it live?
Let's fucking go.
I tried to listen to it, but don't forget, one, I was in Kew Gardens to start with, and then I was on a train.
I don't know.
So when I'm putting the chats in, it's like a big fucking park in Richmond. Anyway, so yeah, I was on the train trying to listen without annoying everybody on the train because I had the sound up to a point and I have to turn it down and try and chat, and then signal drop out, and then my phone died. But
you had a gigasm.
Yeah, I thought you would have. That's why I was doing them sounds.
That's what I come up with. Gigasm.
A gigasm for Stubbsy. But thank you to the three for joining and filling in for us folios who could not make it. And well done to you, Lou, for doing it. I would have liked to see.
I wasn't gonna do the Outer Worlds because it was a bit being me on my own.
Yeah, I saw. So what have you been up to this week apart from showing off and taking the reins on the LOD for an Xbox special?
I've been playing Gex, the trilogy.
How are you finding it?
I don't like the first level.
No.
The first one, I never played the first one, so it was a whole new experience for me. And with the new Gex, obviously ain't out yet. Don't come out till 15th of June.
Yep.
It is. So it's enjoyable, but I'm more excited for the third one and the second one than I am with the first one. I've just finished the first one, and it's very it's like the Game Boy Advance style. So the side scroller, pixelated CRT style, and I'll be honest with you, it took me 3 hours to complete it, but it wasn't an enjoyable experience personally for me.
Okay.
Just not my kind of style.
Too old school for you.
Possibly, yeah. There's a few games like that I play, but that one just felt like it didn't react properly when I pressed a certain button and things like that. Which it's exactly what it was when it first came out. And was it PS1? The original.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So yeah. So it was cool, and I recorded some footage for that. I'm covering this.
Right. VR machine gun holder.
Yeah. So the coolest thing about it is it's made by a guy named Brett, and he basically wanted something that wasn't made, so he made it himself. And the coolest thing is this is made of like what's that stuff called? It's like Tom, what's that fabric called? It's like soft, and you usually find it on like
Penis.
like it's like a foam, a weird kind of.
Just kind of like just generalized foam.
Rubber.
Yeah, so you basically put the thing in here, the controller, and the coolest thing is you can make it longer as well.
Now I've seen one similar.
Whoops!
I've seen one similar that has a pump action.
Yeah, this one allows you to
adjust it,
push this down so you can have it like that.
Adjust it to the size you want.
So basically, it fits pretty much every weapon that you can think of: sniper rifles, things like that.
That is a very nice piece of kit there, Lou.
So I'm actually with this. I'm doing a video for Rapid Reviews, and I'm working with the guy. And I said to him, "I've seen what other people have done, but I want to try something new. I'm gonna give a before and after. So I'm gonna play a game in normal, holding, and then use this." But it works for PSVR 2 and MetaQuest and Pico.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't have that, so I can't cover that one.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
So it's cool. I'll let you have a go of it. It's really enjoyable. And the coolest part is it's light. So
don't
it
you need
doesn't
to have the second controller on the front or not?
No. You hold that in general.
All right. Can you link it to the front?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No. But maybe it's something
to think about.
Something I could probably.
That's what the pump action works. So if you can go.
I could have a word with him actually. Yeah, I'll write that down and I'll have a word with him because he's always taking advice. I'm like.
See, I mean, it could be a potential for another model or whatever. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I've seen
copyright.
It's just
copyright. Don't try to steal it.
What's copyrighted?
Other controller on the other side here, on the bottom.
Well, no, on that front extension piece.
Yeah.
Be able to attach it to there because then you're holding it like an actual rifle, aren't you?
Yeah,
and that's your reload and move around. Anyway, yeah, nice one. Anything else, Lou? Played anything else, or have you just been?
Me and Tom are covering
anything on Gex.
So me and Tom, I've been doing a video for Insert Coin.
Oh, look at you!
Of
marketing.
and I basically. So I was going with the idea I was going before was going to be like a.
I'm joking. Can't carry on. The idea you're going to get what's this for Insert Coin?
So I'm basically doing the Poppy Playtime collaboration because obviously I'm a big fan, and they sent me this to cover.
I didn't know if you were. I could never have guessed you were a big fan of Poppy Playtime.
I was about to say, I thought you were more of a Sims type of fanboy.
Animal Crossing, I thought.
No, that's Dave.
Yeah, no,
I think he's more. Yeah, he's well into Tom Nook.
Anyway, so what I was going with is I was gonna go with me. I was gonna pay my sister to be like an actor for me. who was going to do like a news article like in front of the Poppy Playtime factory. But the problem is no, in the end, I felt like I was more advertising the game and the story than the actual merch. And I thought, no, so I contacted the guy and I said, what if I showed them how much of a fan I really was by showing them all the merch that I actually own? And he went, that could be good, but it has to
be from Insert Coin.
No, he said I could use my U2s, which is another brand, and Mob Entertainment's official like t-shirt, jumper, and
God, look at it with all these
connections. No, Meg's bought me those.
But how does that work for Insert Coin?
Because it shows the kind of style that other people have gone with, and it shows how much enthusiasm I have as a fan, and then me basically showing like before and then after we're wearing the jumper, and then basically doing the unboxing in the same video as well, which I cut every 2 seconds, so it's like open t-shirt, jumper, and just something I'm still working on.
Cool. What's Tom got to do with that?
I'm the newest model. Before
no, sorry, yeah, no, me and Tom have been playing. So Tom,
you're all swinging in the breeze to start with, and then it skips to Lewis wearing his Poppy Playtime jumper.
So Tom's finally.
I'm just skipping naked through a meadow.
Tom's finally met Ty from Gears of War 2. He had no idea who Ty was.
It's got a tie.
No, Ty.
I'm naked with nothing on but a tie.
So
Tom's finally got to experience Gears of War 2. So we're covering Gears of War 2 and Revenge of the Savage Planet.
Yes. We're covering.
We would have done. Yeah, we were gonna probably finish Revenge of the Savage Planet yesterday, but
how are you finding that?
It's really fun. It's funny as well. It's funny.
It is very funny. The humor is very much like High on Life,
and it's still
So it's a good one.
Cool.
But that's pretty much everything.
Me, not much. Work, sleep, eat, repeat, go out, enjoy fresh air as a little bit. Though I have still been doing my dailies. So I've done my power wash, I've done my Warframe.
There's a game that was shown on the Xbox Showcase that you'll love. Then it's very similar to Power Wash, but it's
the one that's come out on Xbox Game Pass called Spray Painter or whatever.
No, but that's actually
that is like a complete rip off of Power Wash. Well, not rip off, just it's a new idea, but for some reason to me the controls just aren't there, and it's really irritating.
I'm reviewing that.
Okay, well, that's just my feedback. I've been doing it. I've given it a bit.
There you go.
I gave it a bit of a go. I just find that the movement when you're spraying is too quick. Even though you can adjust it, it just moves too quickly. And then with the spraying, it's just I feel like either it's completely not. I feel like I'm wasting paint. I'm already in that leaf blower.
Yeah, there's a leaf blower.
You're a leaf blower.
Yeah. Hello, Sue.
No, so there was a game that's like a musical game. Very musical. It feels like a Is it called
Leaf Blower Simulator? So you literally go around and blow leaves from a street.
Pretty much, yeah. That is actually what you do.
Oh, dude, really?
Needs a bit more of an expansion on that. I think.
I'm alive.
I'll give it a go.
Maybe I'm
alive. I'm dead. I'm alive again. I'm dead. I'm alive again. Hi, Megs.
Oh, he's on the phone. Hi, Megs.
He's on the phone, yeah. Hi, Megs.
Hi,
everybody.
Megs.
Say hello, Megs. He's on show.
Say hello to Megs. Tell her how much that Lewis is a leaf blower.
I like
So yeah, that's all I've done. So I've tried that it was a paint sprayer simulator or whatever. Hayden and I tried the police simulator. Was it police copy?
Oh, yeah, I've played a little bit of that with on PlayStation. Yeah, it's not the best. You can see what they're trying to do.
Did they get the assets from GTA? Because it's very GTA-like, isn't it?
It is very similar. Obviously, scaled back a little bit. I think they tried their best, because I remember the first thing I did as soon as I left the precinct was I gave someone a ticket, and I had a right bollocking that I shouldn't have given them a ticket.
Yeah, I had the same. I was like,
You
hang
know?
on, it says here that it shouldn't be parking here. So I've gone and given them a ticket, but I've got a -5. Why have I got a
Yep.
-5? It shouldn't have done that. Why did
Yep.
I not do that? It's in a
It seems-
taxi rank.
It seems fucking broken.
Yeah, and then I had a car floating in the air, so I gave it a ticket, but that didn't work either. Literally, it glitched at a traffic light. It's
Fucking
floating. I could walk underneath it. So I go onto the bridge and tried to give it a ticket. Illegally parked too high at a traffic. Yeah, and Hayden and I had to go at
I
it. We
love it.
did try do it very well. I thought I'd have a joke. I put the horse head on, just run around as a copper, and you know, I arrested someone. It was weird because it gave you time to try and complete progression on ones when we got to the next level, and it ended up being like you try and progress, and it was like the cars had just been, and if the time clock's off while you're still trying to process this, and also I'm directing traffic to try and clear it out of the way, and the van to come and arrest got glitched in a car at the back and was still there, and I'm waiting with the perp, like going, is she going to walk off? I can't leave her here. Hayden goes, see what's going on. He goes, it's glitched. I was like, all right, I'll cancel it. It's gone. And I said, I'll call it again. And he goes, it's coming now. And it drives up, and he goes, it's just glitched into the car that's still parked here. So it just drove into the car and then stopped. And I was like, okay. And then it went, you clock off. It's time to go. And I was like, I'm not leaving this perp. She had drugs. She had a knife. She had everything. Like, she was like everything. False ID. I was like, I've bagged a bigger. Like, she's like supposed to crash the car. Can't let that
You
go.
can't let that one go.
Ran over to try and get the police car and sort that out. Hayden ran back. She was gone. And it just cancelled the job. Like, she was there in cuffs on the side. She'd gone. It's not that she run off. It's the fact that the time clock had gone and I'd left the area for her. I thought she'd just disappeared if I'd stood there. And I was like, yeah, okay. And Hayden goes, should we stop this one? Firefighter sim next week. We did contemplate that, Sue. But
how many people can you have on that? Because I want to give that one a go.
Backdraft.
That'll be. Just send Lewis in there first.
Here's what you're doing. Don't worry, I plumbed it in. Why have you plumbed it into the back of a diesel tanker? Hey, Daz, good to see you back. I don't know what's happened to Vino Mouth. He's gone off. So yes, that's what's been happening this week. Tom has been fapping one out over his Switch 2. Venomous has been hosting. Hayden, what's that? Hayden just hatcheting everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With a hatchet, just
hatcheting. Yeah, probably. Yes, as you can see, I am standing chairman for the MPS. Hayden's not here today. He's getting ready for the mighty download. Lucky Bean is going to download. He's arranged that, so he's going to rock his socks off and have a terrible hangover.
I say when's he back?
He's prepping tonight. He's got work tomorrow, I think, and then I don't know how he's worked it out because it's over the weekend, isn't it? So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I think he might have done the full 5 days. Tom, did you get the plant cam or the cam in German? I wonder.
I did not get the plant cam. When I pre-ordered my Switch 2, I had a choice of either do I want the Donkey Kong pre-order game, the plant cam, or do I want the additional storage? And it's all right, Sue. And I thought, do I want? I didn't want the plant cam. But where the fuck am I going to use the plant camera?
I've already seen that. I don't. It's not good. I've seen some footage of it. It's not a great camera, and it's completely. That is locked down, by the way. It's completely locked down.
Nice.
So you can't use it for anything else, and you can't use another camera on your Switch. Seriously.
Come on. Wow. Still, yeah. So I chose Donkey Kong over the expanded storage. I don't know why. It was like an eeny, meeny, miny, moe moment. So I went for Donkey Kong, except for more storage. But nothing was going to fucking convince me to get the goddamn plant cam. I was sick in my mouth a little bit just then, just by thinking about me using the plant cam.
So you see if they can intentionally get the console locked by using a MIG card.
Console locked is
Yes,
in
so
lockdown.
Nintendo made a statement saying that if you modified your Nintendo Switch 2 in any way, it will be permanently bricked. Permanently.
Bloody
They
hell.
won't lift it. But I think what it
Makes
is where they say that. I think that's after that whole thing of people were like, Lewis's official Switch that had all the games on it and was available and got locked. So the idea is if you modify it in any way, change screens that are non-OEM, change any parts internal, I think is where it actually will lock it down. But everyone's making this big beef about it being you do anything to modify it in any way. That includes like peripherals. It's like, no, there's a person who's already shown you can plug a USB into it. You can do everything. They didn't say that with the first, lol. No, they didn't. They say, yeah, I think so. I think it's just
I think I remember hearing something along those lines.
I think that everyone, it's the regular, isn't it? You get a chunk of people
who
want to sing its praise, and then you get a chunk of people who just want to poo-poo it for clout.
You do. Gosh, boy screaming across the road. What? Oh my god, a child has just been screaming apparently across the road.
Just for fun?
I don't know. Oh. Did you hear a boy scream across the road? Don't know what happened. Hang fire, we've got breaking news here. Might have a child in desperation. I probably shouldn't stand too much up. I've got nothing on underneath this drinking gun.
Can't take the health and safety of the man. Go on, you curtain twitcher.
True, it's true.
Go and have a look. You know you want to. What's going on?
Right there. I gotta go have a look. I'm sorry, I need to find out. I gotta find. I'm just literally.
Make sure your robe is done up properly. They might take it the wrong way.
You okay?
there, boy.
Right, I need to find this out. Apologies, Lou. I don't know where the fuck Lewis.
Feels like you're leasing a console for eternity. Yeah. Look at me on my own. Lewis is there somewhere. I don't know. There he is. He's come back. Do you have something to eat? Did you? I can see you wiping your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't eat chips cold. They taste horrible.
So what do you think, Lou?
About the Switch 2 having it. Well, I got bricked. So
well played. Do you know what, guys? I think you did really well there in that. So yeah, what was it? So not about your one, but they're saying, but it was the same with the first one, wasn't it? If you modified it.
Yeah, but I've also heard that loads of the Nintendo Switches came to people damaged as well. Like in Walmart. Was it Walmart?
Yeah, but that was like, I've seen the video jokes. They were stapling the receipt to the box.
Yeah, and the screen was right underneath.
And it was like a big staple. It wasn't like a little one. It was like a staple gun. Yeah, let's use a 6-inch nail to nail it through. There's your receipt. Like, no wonder it's damaged. Stubbs is probably running around naked. What, outside Tom's place right now? Yeah.
Yeah,
he's working on Switch 2 emulator right now. Yeah, they're already doing the Switch, isn't it?
Yeah, he's running. But personally, I think it looks cool. I've seen someone use the camera as well.
I heard it wasn't that good.
It looked all right. It was on stream. You could see him like laughing, and his head was like floating above his car. But it just looked like what you would get in a normal arcade. You know, if you play an arcade. And
it's a low quality. It's in a 480 or something. It's not a high end.
No. It just looks like someone just photoshopped someone's head and just stuck it above their car and moves every now and then. Hey, Slade.
Hey, Slade. Welcome.
He's my best mate.
Yeah. So it's true.
That's who's going to come on the show.
There we are.
Okay, I'm back.
What was it?
So it turns out that pretty much in this general direction, there are two houses. Both of them have got like preteen kids, and it turns out that one of the boys was just on the floor screaming.
Oh wow, that's so interesting.
No, legit. No,
Hang on, I'll just call my sister and ask her to get my nephew on the phone to scream down the mic.
No, hold on. Hear the story out, Lou. Jesus.
Fuck me,
Who's become an old woman all of a sudden?
Anyway.
Oh, look, his friend's in the chat. Now he's got to try Bertie Big Balls, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you got to try to be big man, aren't you? Literally, boy screaming, and then the mother had to, like, literally cradle him, bagged up, went back in, bagged up. The neighbors come out, they've just gone in the car and just drove off.
Has he had an accident, do you think?
probably. Oh Christ, definitely. But to be fair, these kids around here are kind of like little shits. They're just doing boy things. They always jump off walls and I say roofs, but they always jump off
See,
walls.
now
and
that
everything, so
would
I
be
wouldn't be surprised if
interesting.
they did something.
If something like that happened, then I'd say, "Oh fuck no, that's bad."
Well, yeah, but I didn't see him hurt himself. I'm just saying that I could see a child literally there. I won't say child, preteen, just literally screaming and not being happy.
Did you
and his
picture
mum
Chubby want to go out and do a risk assessment on the driveway?
Oh fuck that! I'm not getting paid.
We were just talking about. So I've also heard a story that someone at Nintendo. This reminded me of that new Child's Play. You know, where he turns Chucky into a he turns off the safety feature on Chucky before he lets it out, and then he jumps off the building and commits, undead alive stuff, and someone apparently at Nintendo was basically slicing the screens and stuff and stabbing the screens and then putting them back in the box. Apparently someone apparently it's someone at Nintendo. Oh.
God, the rumors are rife, aren't they?
Oh bollocks! Am I washing? Oh god, I'm a total old lady.
What is up with him?
Hello.
Do you know he does this?
Moles are still in the tumble dryer.
They're not the
They need
tumble
to
dryer.
go
They
in
need
the
to
tumble
go in the
dryer.
tumble dryer.
Don't shrink me
Oh
smalls.
god!
Darn me socks by the
I know. I'm turning only 30 this year, and
Jesus.
internally I'm turning 80. I know.
Oh, Jesus.
Be right
Christ.
back.
Anyway, okay. So, that was on his Switchy 2, which was going over. The main one that we'll talk about, and once he's, put his Lenore on his mighty tighty whities, and comes back, is, the Xbox Showcase, PlayStation State of Play, and what we think of what's come out so far.
Sorry, Daz, I don't understand what you just said. Doesn't make sense.
So yeah, Lou, you did the showcase and the reactions on the Sunday.
Yeah.
How did you find it? What are your thoughts? Start us
So,
off.
So the games I've written down some of the games I'm really impressed with. I have to be honest. Clockwork Revolution looks unbelievable. It looks like a more steampunked version of London, but with a bit of BioShock meets Fallout.
Yep.
And honestly, that game looks unbelievable. And for the trailer, you would think it was coming out like tomorrow. That trailer was about 2 minutes long, wasn't it?
I know. I mean, that's why I put a comment in the chat. I don't know, because I couldn't hear if you'd seen it. I read it.
Yeah, I
was like, this trailer is so long. Like, they were proper infilling with it. And I was like, no one knows much about this game, and suddenly they're showing a lot of it. I was like,
hang on, I'm gonna show the.
Do you want me to show it?
While we're talking
about no sound.
No, I'm not stupid.
Because we got muted on the Sunday show.
Did we?
Yep.
Wonder what for? What one?
I'll go through it later. But they proper, those copyright claimers were out in force on Sunday, because even IGN's one was completely muted for the first 2 hours. It was ridiculous. Have you sent the request over?
And doing it now, bro. So we'll start off with. Hang on, I need to get clockwise on. Actually, should we go in order?
Yeah, go in order of what you've got, and we can have a look, and then we can talk about it. Send us the request. Oop. Remember, no sound, matey.
There's no sound. I think this is Outer Worlds 2. Yeah, we can talk about Outer Worlds 2. So Outer Worlds 2 is honestly a game that I'm really looking forward to. Is that Tom? Is he? No, what was that? Oh.
It's Tom's back.
There you go.
It's him.
I'm back.
I thought his whole house just changed.
No, I accidentally added a virtual background.
I liked the first Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds was it was enjoyable. I can't lie. In this it feels more like BioShock. in this one. No,
And
it's
that's
not
a
bad
bad
thing
thing?
at all. That's what I said. This gives you that itch. If you're into Bioshock, this gives you that itch that anyone who's been waiting for a new Bioshock can
I'm getting
play.
the
I mean,
vibe that that's the kind of theme that a lot of them are
they
going
went
for,
with.
by the way.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you could have like become a big Ant-Man version of yourself and be like crush everyone. That was kind of cool. But it just looks unbelievable, and I'm hoping that this one might maybe have a multiplayer, like co-op, because I know the first one didn't,
Mm.
and it could be interesting. But I'm looking
They
forward
might
to
stick
playing
the
this,
single
and
player
it's
narrative.
definitely. It seems like it's set in some of the locations are still the same as well, like that one where you just see. If you go back a little bit, looks like a garden center. That's similar to what it looked like in the one you can play now, but it looks unbelievable. It definitely is a big improvement to what we had with the first one.
What do you think, Tom?
I think it looks brilliant. I think it looks beautiful. I mean, I enjoyed the first one wholeheartedly. Which, when did that come out? That must have been like what,
Yeah, it was
2019?
about that. It was a
Now?
while ago.
So it's been a while. There it is. Look at that. So creative. I love it. It's a brilliant aesthetic. It's a lot more appealing than Starfield for sure. But yeah, I mean, it looks nice. It looks great. I'm happy to just play with it. It seems more of what we had originally, but only enhanced. So I'm happy with it. I'm glad that it's coming back Game Pass. So I'm looking forward to it. But isn't this one going for 80 quid on Steam?
What, the original?
This one?
No, this one. 80.
Yeah, that's going to be I think that's going to be the going marker, isn't it, for games now? Creep up an extra 10 quid.
At this point now where it's that point now where it's like, okay, do you want to even invest that much into a
But
video
something
game
like that
anymore?
is big. For example, if it was an indie game, I would be like,
it's huge. But with the amount of games we're having coming out continuously, for £80 and setting that new marker, there's a lot of people out there that couldn't.
See, the thing is, I get
justify.
most of my Xbox keys. I get them on CD keys because it's a lot cheaper. Again, I'm not paying 80 quid unless it's worth it. Because I'm not like Paul where buys a game and it's broken. You do that so
Pre-order.
much, bro.
Well, I do not. After pre-order gate, I no longer. I'm trying to think of it. What game?
The last one you did was Suicide Squad.
I bought that on heavily discounted. I didn't pre-order it. I didn't buy it on the day.
I don't remember.
So you got.
I don't remember ragging you on that.
Let's go for it. Anthem.
I remember we.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Which we've given you a lot of shit for Anthem.
But it should have been a brilliant game. It was the company that was broken.
To stop him from cursing Lego Star Wars, we both bought it for each other, so it didn't count. That was what we said we would do.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that came out well, so that pre-order wasn't bad, was it?
No. See.
So we're 1 and 1. One good pre-order, one bad.
Mine were historical ones, way before you were even just a twitch in your daddy's panties. Brink, Section 8, all pre-orders that went.
You bought Section 8.
Yeah, because I had the demo and I was one of the people who did the demo. I went, this is brilliant. And then the game came out and went, this is not the game that's in the demo.
I mean, we can't ignore.
You didn't ruin Halo, so when you pre-ordered Halo, that didn't go to shit.
I never pre-ordered Halo.
Halo 3 you did.
Huh?
Halo 3 you did.
No.
Yes.
He invested for the founders.
I was one of the founders of Stadia.
And you ruined that.
Anyway,
it's all
my fault. I have not pre-ordered a game in eons since that, and tis true. And there's not many games that I actually buy. Most of them I'll do on the Game Pass, or I'll get free on Epic, or I had some obviously keys that came in and people gift and stuff like that. That's what I did. So the only things I kind of buy now are games that are quite established and are on sale. and that's where my collection comes from, or downloadable content. So yeah, it is true.
You just
Anyway,
got them-
Lewis, what's the
yeah,
next one?
'cause- Next one.
What are you going to say? Say about it. Tell us the name. It was Clockwork, wasn't it?
Have
Yeah.
you gone through?
No.
Hayden's-
We'll do that.
We'll go through it. I mean, let me have a look. What did he say about first thoughts? I mean, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I say what Hayden's thoughts are in total, and then we can go through
think
some
we
of these
should.
as well. So this was Hayden. He gave it to us because he's not going to be here. So it says first thoughts. Xbox Showcase seemed to definitely brought more to the table than Sony's State of Play. It was full of great content and some amazing surprises.
I've got to give you that. Yeah.
His main take homes were, and we'll talk about them later. Xbox ROG Ally. What a beautiful looking handheld. Honestly, was amazing by how it looked and what they want this piece of tech to do. Honestly, I'm tempted to get this instead of the Switch 2. But I reckon the price tag is going to be extortionate. We'll go into that later. Grounded 2, which I want to talk about as well. Wow, a lovely cheeky announcement, and what that was, and with a July date for the early preview. I love the fact that they're sticking to early preview. This feels like it has to be a LOD plays. Surely, super excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, even I was interested in that.
Yep. Well, I do. I liked Grounded.
I didn't like the first one.
I loved
Second
the
one,
first
second one looks like it's more.
High on Life 2, excited for the sequel. Not really sure if it will do as well, especially without a certain voice actor, but interesting to see where it goes. Clockwork Revolution looks amazing. Actually, really excited for this. Defo gives me Bioshock Infinite vibes. Best of Reincarnation. Well, I wasn't expecting much. Such a pretty game from Game Freak, Pokemon developers. So safe to say I'm expecting big things from Legend ZA. Ha 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 ha. Black Ops 7, wasn't expecting it to be another Black Ops.
I thought it was going to be the.
Am I excited
Hideo
for it? Not
Kojima.
sure. Yeah. Am I excited for it? Not sure. Already lost interest in Bow 6. Planet Alana 2. Well, what can I say? First one was in my top 5, maybe even my game of the year. Can't remember. It was, Hayden. It was your game of the year. Wasn't expecting a sequel, but it looks beautiful, interesting. Can't wait to the continuation of the wonderful game. The bar is set high, and I'm sure Thunderful and Wishful will meet the mark. Top game from me for the showcase for him. Other things saw were a new trailer for Mixtape. Still very excited for that game. Looking forward to seeing more. Got some banging tunes. That's it. So that was Hayden's ones.
Yeah. So. Okay.
So what was the next one you were gonna show?
High on Life 2.
High Life 2. Let's do the High Life 2. So like he said, excited for the sequel. I'm really not sure if it will do well, especially without a certain voice actor. And we all know about a certain voice actor,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But there are others that can do a voice similar. So I don't know if they're going to get someone else in, or
They have.
they've
They've obviously got the guy that now does Rick's voice in Rick and Morty, and he sounds exactly the same.
Yeah. I didn't really get to hear it. I just saw it. I did a little bit of it, but I'm not too sure on the old skating bit of it. But
No, I think that was.
Do you want
That
to show
might
for those
not
who
be.
didn't see it?
But you're not showing the screen, dude.
You haven't shared it. You need to send it again to me.
Oh, I've got to send it again.
Because you've got to send it, yeah, because I stopped the original. You've got to stop sharing when it's finished, yeah?
Yeah.
Did that work? Send it again, Lou.
I just did it.
Technology.
We're professionals here. We've been doing this show for about, 6 years now?
What I like the fact is every game here, I literally said if any PlayStation fans want new games, seriously check out the Xbox Showcase because all the games are coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam, and a couple of them will come into Switch. This looks like it's going to be huge.
Yeah, it does. And one of the things I will say is I'm not sure on the skating bit of it.
That's not skating, dude. That's skateboarding.
But that's what I mean. Potato, Lewis. Jesus Christ. Skateboarding.
It might not be a thing. It might just be something that you have an
it
option
looks
to.
like it, doesn't it?
I don't think they'll make
It's a
the whole
hoverboard.
game. But I don't think they'll make the whole game
I hope not.
skateboarding.
It'll be a feature that will be forgotten about.
Yeah, and I like the fact that there's different guns
Yes,
now as
High
well.
on Life 2. Yeah, there's some extra ones.
The knife is back. This is what I was excited about. I love bow and arrows.
I enjoyed the first one so much, but I don't know. I think it
No,
got my.
you can't say you've had your
I don't
fill
know.
of it. If you're a fan of Rick and Morty, you never get enough.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. There's so many other games out there which
I'm excited for it. I've been waiting
You know,
for High on Life 2.
I'm kind of look, he definitely is on a skateboard.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't
a
think the whole
skateboard right
game
there.
would be on as a skateboard.
He's definitely on a skateboard. Anyway, stupid sharing. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of excited to have a look at it. Like I said, I agree with Hayden. Not sure how well it will do. Because like with the first one, I played it. I really loved it. Loved the comedy in it. Loved the graphics. All of that.
Mhm.
Completed it. Got it finished. Didn't really go back to it for any DLC or updates or anything like that. So,
the DLC
and
was based on Knife.
I loved Tony Hawk's Skater, the original, and then they did the remake of it. And I was trying to play it, and I was like, I'm just bored of skateboarding games. So adding it into the game, I don't know whether it'll work. What? I'm so shocked.
I think for me, for High on
What do you
Life,
reckon, Slade?
Why are you shocked, Slade?
For me, the High on Life was more about
Yeah,
the humor.
100%.
Like
Like
killing
how you
all
had
of the
with
tiny
cinema.
critters village.
Yeah, for me, it was the stupid shit, like where you're in the cinema and you're just watching an actual film with the people commentating along with it. That's my favorite type of shit. To be fair, if it was more goofy shit like that,
Well,
then yeah,
when he
I'll
asks you
definitely
to watch his
down
back
for
and you
that.
turn around for 1 second and it's gone, and
gone.
he comes back and he goes, "My bike! You said you bastard! You said you were going to look after it." It's like, I literally turned around for 1 second. But no matter what, how long you have to look away and then he turns up. But it's just the fact that, yeah, I knew Daz would be all like excited about that.
I'm surprised. Are you not excited for the 7 remaster that's coming on there as well? Didn't think it would do it again because of what happened to Justin. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, because you shot the kid, didn't you? As well. I hope you can kill more kids in it. That was quite funny. It was a weird thing.
That was.
Wasn't there a way around it that you didn't have to? But I think there's actually you couldn't. You had to do something to him, didn't you?
No, you had to kill him.
Yeah, in order to get past.
Because he was actually. It turns out he wasn't a kid. He was a 30-year-old man.
Yeah, that's right.
Rude to everyone, and his mother says he deserved it. He should have died ages ago.
That was it.
But I'm gonna go grieve now.
Oh, good shit. As long as there's more stupid shit like that, then yeah.
Funny thing is Rick and Morty always touch in a nerve like South Park do. They always go beyond what people call normal. So,
well, of course, that's its appeal.
Yeah, no, they as soon as that happens, they removed him from as a CEO. They basically kicked him off the studio.
Well,
it's a shame because I liked him as well until he'd done that.
I don't even know what was he out. Did he get?
He was messaging.
We're going down a rabbit hole here, folks.
He was messaging
No. Well, it was whether it was proven or not. Yeah,
we're
anyway.
going down a rabbit hole.
Oh, the dying bear forever was so funny. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Yep. Next one.
What's that one? I need to find it out.
What have you gone for?
Oh, fuck it. Fun.
I think this is resonance. Someone said Star Wars. I was like, no, I don't think Xbox is going to be showing Star Wars. So this should be Resonance, which is the Plague Tale Legacy.
Yeah, so this was a bit of
This looks sick.
Swerve on it, wasn't it? It was like, okay, so this is I was looking at it going, okay, let's have a look at what this is.
Someone said,
and then it said Plague Tale Legacy at the end, and I was like, really? How? What?
She looks like she's a pirate as well. So it's got a bit of an Assassin's Creed feel to it, this one.
Yeah.
I'm
how the
all
story
for it.
goes with it.
I'm all for it because the Plague Tower was amazing as a story, and obviously that story is finished now.
The only
so
difference
whole...
with her is like where you see this is obviously she's using the weapons, whereas in the Plague Tale 1 and 2, you don't really have.
That was the appeal. No, that's the appeal of the original
There's
Plague
no
Tale for me.
weapons.
Before the whole,
You had the stones.
no,
and
yeah,
you had to think about
think outside the
and
box, and
you're
you
a
were
kid. Yeah,
you were weak. You were weak. That was the bit which I loved about the first one, except for the end where it turns out that the kid could control the rats. Then I was turned off. I was not interested, and I haven't played the second one because
Second one was
for
good.
me,
Should have played it
with that, I don't know. It's
He was
just I
affected.
don't like that. I
He
wanted it
was
to be
infected.
literally.
He could control the rats.
I know, but I wanted him to be infected, and the possibility of him dying, not him turning into some sort of incredible, powerful being that can control rats. And at the end, where it was like you had to fight like that was it fucking priest or whatever with the who can also control the rats or whatever. I was just like,
That was the first one.
I'm done. I wanted to be real.
I'm
So the first
taking
one,
from this
and
one
it's
as
coming
well.
to Game Pass. But what I like is the fact is that everything is also being so. It seems that Xbox is carrying the gaming market at the minute because everything is coming to PS5, and everyone was saying Xbox is giving you all the games that you want now.
Yeah,
because PlayStation, I'm sorry, but they didn't give us anything. There was one or two that were interesting, but it was like I said to Megs, it's all anime, it's all Souls-like. There's no difference. It just felt like the same thing.
There was
ever. I liked Thief. Thief in VR looked amazing.
it was James Bond.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's James Bond and Thief. Oh, and Baby Steps.
I think with that Resonance one, it's going to
know
be well, you can see from that, isn't it? It's going to be Greek mythology.
No, that was the game showcase. That wasn't the
That'd be
PlayStation
good.
State of Play.
What? I was just talking about what you just shown. Resonance.
Oh, Resonance. Sorry, is that how you pronounce it? I've been saying it.
It's the Plague Tale, but it looks like it's Greek mythology, and it's the Minotaur's labyrinth. Obviously, it shows that kind of maze as the circle.
Do you think this might not be set in France? Then you think?
No, 100% it wasn't. And you looked at the it was almost like gladiatorial like bit.
Oh.
But then when you look at it, I think it's going to be because you see the
Odyssey
effigy of you see the effigy of the man with the bull head, and then the design on the Resonance is the maze.
Oh, so this is a mythology game. Oh, I'm all for this now.
I think you'll find that's going to be. So the last one was the French Revolution, wasn't it? And and the plague. So this is going to be something. I don't know how they'll link it though. That's going to be interesting.
But it's a plague. That's the thing.
It's probably the source of the plague or something.
We know what the source of the plague.
I don't know how they're going to do that.
Recent.
If it's going to be like following slight history or whatever, then it came on the back of rats, didn't it? From a ship. I don't know how the Minotaurs and Greek mythology tie into.
It's going to be interesting.
I don't fucking know.
It's interesting. I think I could be completely wrong, but I just get that feel from it that she's dressed almost in that mythical stage thing, and then you see the gladiatorial thing, which have got almost Greek-esque Troy outfits and whatever, and then you've got the picture of the maze, and then you've got the idol of the bull, so the Minotaur. So
do you know what? I didn't even notice that. I'll be honest with you. And also, you've got the sign. You've got the markings on her chin, which is
it depends on where it comes from.
Yeah.
Runes. Anyway, okay, yeah. So I
should have realized because that looks like the mausoleum, Colosseum, not mausoleum. Mausoleum's where you go when you.
That's
mausoleum's different.
Okay, next.
No, but it's the Colosseum. They had one in Greece, didn't they? Is that what they call them? Colosseums.
The Acropolis.
Yeah,
where they did the Olympics.
Athens.
That's it. Athens. All right, ready for the next one? This one is the Rogue.
Rogue? Are you just going to go through every single game in the showcase?
I think we're going to go through because I don't know if I mentioned this beforehand, but I am planning on leaving at 10. I got to wake up early.
Well, do you want to
go to the
we'll have a look at this
let's
and then we'll
through, and then we'll jump through. What is this? Right? Oh, so the alley. Yeah, this is what I want to have a look at. So I'm really interested to see. So this is probably the first handheld that actually has the Xbox button on it.
Yeah,
fair play to them to do that. I did joke about is the battery life going to last longer than 20 minutes?
Yeah, I saw
because
that.
we know the rogues they're good, but there's
They're
because
hot,
of the
they
amount
get
of juice they use, they get hot, and their battery lasts what, 2 hours?
Yeah. No, 3.
Look at the ergonomics on
One
that.
question I have is, can you download your Xbox games onto it? That's
It did
then
say
that's-
native. It said native.
so that's worth it in my opinion.
Advertise native or cloud. So you can, if you get the X, it's 1 terabyte, or you can get the white version, which is 256, which is a cheaper model.
I'm
So
thinking of
almost
getting
like
one
going
for
for the two
Megs.
different. So it is
she's got
almost
the
like the difference between the two, isn't it? It's your standard Xbox Series or the Series X.
Well, what's
I think is
funny
how they
about this
made it, haven't
is
they?
you can play Steam on it as well, which means you can
And
play
BattleNet as well.
Yeah, so you can literally play everything on it.
And this is
Which is
kind of the
impressive.
foreshadowing for the new UI with Steam integrated into it.
This is just literally the first piece of the puzzle then.
Oh, Xbox
And
has
the thing
delayed
is-
their console. Xbox is not doing a handheld console anymore. No, because they've decided to go in with the Ali. Plus, it's Windows based.
Yeah.
May as well just have a console on PC. Lol.
That's true.
But this is the kind of like your Daz. These ROGs, if you get the ones that aren't the Xbox version, they do run like a PC as well. If you battery backup them, they are the high end one, the one that I think the X has got an even different chip, is serious, got some serious power behind it. You can run it. It is a PC.
Yeah.
It is absolutely beautiful. When we went to EGX and
yeah.
I played Forza Horizon 5, my God, that was buttery smooth.
nice.
It was beautiful.
And I'm going to
gorgeous.
be with Hayden on this. This is depending. I think they will be extortionately expensive, considering the standard that isn't the Xbox version was like £700-800. I think they're going to be that price, if not a little bit more. But I am leaning more towards having an Ali X than a Switch 2.
Same here. I was thinking
If
of
it's
getting Megs a Switch
price,
2,
I would have
but
that.
she plays like Phasmophobia, Repo, and things like that on her Ali. But the thing is, she
There you go, look,
likes
Indicap, thank you, mate.
She
He
likes
paid 800. He paid 800 for his ROG Ali. Welcome, Indy.
Beautiful.
But the thing is,
Hi,
Kev,
yep.
It's worth every penny. Yeah, that's
one
what
thing I
thought.
love about that is the fact that it's actually a controller, and she prefers the Xbox controller, so it'll be more comfortable.
Yeah.
The thing which I like about this compared to Switch 2, compared to the original
100%,
ROG Ally,
Kev.
is the ergonomics. Is the ergonomics of that device right there. It's going to be very nice and comfortable. You could be playing with that a lot longer than any of the other ones, as I've mentioned beforehand. However, for me personally, would I like one of those? Yeah,
The thing is,
Paul would
use this at work when he's on his break, and he'd
Only
enjoy
on
that
my
more. Yeah, 100%.
And on my travel to work.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably
Tom
get
would
jumped
use
by
it
a
on
bunch of
his
hood
break.
rats and have it taken from me.
When Megs is
But
playing, like,
here's the thing, I've already very quickly before me just finish, because I'm going to be gone in about 4 minutes. I would like that. However, the way that I am with my way that my situation is, if I've got a son, I got to pay for him a lot. He comes before my, gaming, obviously. And I've already got the Xbox. I've already got a PC and a laptop and everything. So for me personally, I'm not going to buy it anytime soon, simply because I don't have the need for that. Because I got other means to play my Xbox games and play my Steam games and BattleNet and all that.
I just put that one up there for you, Tom.
But I think it's
Kev.
I used to stream my arcade machine retro games. Ooh,
Does that change your mind on?
got me thinking. Darling, you know how you already bought me my 30th birthday present?
We're still in the chart again.
What about my 31st? Yeah, no, it looks great. I would like one, maybe down the line, but anytime soon. Nah, not yet. Not yet. Right. Anyway, gents, I am going to dart off because I've got to get up early in the morning, and I've got a long ass journey ahead of me because I got to drive to the office.
No worries,
Hooray.
dude. Enjoy. Thank you for coming on. Is there anything like clinches from the show that you just wanted to finish off with?
To be honest, but the biggest takeaway for me was the ROG Ally. I mean, all of it looks pretty. The whole show looks pretty sweet. But for me, the biggest talking point, as you guys know, I pretty much buy anything I can get my hands on when I can. But But the ROG Ally, again, I've just bought the Switch too, so I physically cannot invest in something like that again. Yeah, right. Anyway, love you and leave you, gents. Have a great rest of the show. Thank you everyone for joining, and I'll
See you, Tom.
see you later.
Right, Paul, this one's for you.
Bye bye. How the fuck
I love the look
do I
of this
leave
one.
this
So
one?
this, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
haven't seen this one, this one's definitely a fan for you. Ready?
Yeah, go
So
on.
this is called "There's No Ghosts."
I saw this. It does look very interesting.
I like the style they've done. It's like a horror game, but with. So I've shared the screen.
Now, I liked this. This looked interesting. This just, yeah.
The whole. Cause at first I thought it was like a hotel simulator sort of sort of thing. Like you owned a hotel, but the music style, obviously, I can't show this.
I like
side of
this
it.
with the music. I mean, it's follow on from.
It's like a Disney kind of.
I think this is more kind of like, the South of Midnight esque, but a little bit more involved.
It
in
reminds
actually
me of a
picking the
film
place
called
up.
Soul. Soul. It's a Disney Pixar movie called Soul. And it's
I
like
know the
jazz.
soul.
and
Yeah.
But I like the whole like you basically get to do this. That's so cool. It's like shooting a gun and getting rid of all the doors and the painting.
That very
and
sprays around it, and then it just fills up. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's intriguing. I am interested to see this.
and then you go around and you have to then fix up
rest
the
of the shops
town
and
as
everything,
well. And that it to me is fun. That's enjoyable. I could have that reminded me of Harry Potter. That part where it's like when let's fix up the house and then just snaps his
Yeah.
fingers and it.
No, it's
the
cool.
book.
Yeah, I like that. And then, but you still got the link of what you're trying to sort out and what's what. Yeah, I like
And then
this.
there's like a horror side to it as well,
Yeah,
and like a Coraline, another world. So I like this is the kind of game that I would love to play because it's got like so much imagination, and there's a talking cat, so Megs will be happy. But it's the singing as
and
well.
the music base in it. Yeah.
And like it looks like magical. It looks like it's a little bit of everything. And obviously you've got everything so there's the horror side of it as well. And obviously for me that's exciting. So there's like a Ghostbusters kind of style to it, I guess.
Kind of, yeah. Cool. Is that one?
So yeah. And that's coming next year as well. But that's the sort of game that I was like, oh my god, this is exactly what Paul would like.
Yeah, I am interested for that. There was the I hate to say the Planet Lana 2, I'm really interested, but Grounded is the big one for me. Grounded 2.
There you go.
Yeah, this just to follow on. I watched the
Did you ever
update
finish
afterwards. Yeah, I completed it. I've done it. Plus I've still got my main town done. I do like I love the fact that they're bringing it back. I love the fact they've done some updates. They did say that in early access they're not giving you zip lines because they want to see how players work with the bugs that you can ride now that they're calling buggies.
Buggies, that's a good name for them.
Yes, they're calling them buggies. You get the not the worker ant. You can use the worker ants, but you're actually riding on one of the warrior ants, or you got the funnel web spider is now one of yours.
See,
So
I would play
whereas you
this.
get pets.
This looks better than the first one.
First
looks
one I
like
loved. First one I absolutely loved, and I'm looking forward to this. And it will definitely be an LOD plays. So we all need to get it because we had such fun with it. We had so much fun with it.
It's on Game Pass, so there's no way.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass, so we'll do it. But yeah, we had so much fun playing that.
There's a game that's coming out that's like a vampire game as well. Have you seen that?
Yeah, the Dawn Walker is this like this is I looked at it and I was like, oh, is this going to be the Masquerade? But it wasn't. And then it's interesting that it's
Like
medieval blade. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it's like they've been like ruled by vampires now, and that they're just like cattle for them whenever they're hungry.
Strain. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking at. I'm not sure whether I'm as interested in it as I would have been originally. Looks good.
I like the idea of it's giving me like Prince of Persia, like Assassin's Creed, and like The Witcher vibes. So I'm interested to see how this works. but the whole like vampires are like in charge, and you're half vampire, half human, is interesting.
Blade. It's the prequel. Blade.
Actually, that's the thing that I want to know what's happening with Blade.
Blade. Yeah.
Yeah. But like that, it does look absolutely awesome. I'm just wondering, is this going to be like one of them games where if you die, you have to start again, or that's the only.
But you're
thing
undead, aren't you?
Yeah, but you can.
You can't die in sunlight. The only thing I think is garlic, isn't it? So yeah, it's interesting. It is an interesting concept. I'd like to see a little bit more about it. It's not high on my listing, but again,
yeah. I mean the dodging and stuff gives me the Witcher vibes.
Yeah. Cool.
But it looks like it's going to be decent. I just hope it ain't going to be like one of them games where I'm not going to show any. This looks good.
Kronos is the does look good.
Like the Dead Space kind of style.
Yeah.
And the whole like thing. Did I just miss all the video?
No, that's all right. It's there.
This is something that I've really been looking at for a while. It's these are the kind of games I live for. So you can imagine like how excited I was when I saw it. I was like, no way, it's actually not been cancelled. Because everyone thought it was cancelled.
That's good.
But I wonder if we're human.
Because
the helmets don't exactly have what they called.
Yeah.
What else? Mythology. Do you want to skip that one?
Yeah, we can skip that.
This one looks good as well. This looks very
the Taiwanese.
No, Korean.
Korean. Sorry.
Yeah. See, I thought this was. I thought it was Homefront when I first saw it.
Yeah, or I thought it was like another division
or Splinter Cell. Style.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. It has that. But I thought they might have just remade Homefront, and this time it's obviously
it's interesting to see some kind of like.
But then I realized
virus
like,
or rage or something.
It looks like that movie. What's that movie that they did? The Korean horror film with the zombies, and they're like, that's what this reminds me of.
Yeah,
because there's obviously like an infection, like they're obviously overpowered and stuff. But it looks good, like this. This is what think of that movie.
Was it the movie or the TV series?
No, it was a movie.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Where at the end there's a guy on the train and he sacrifices himself.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it
does
look
good.
Yeah, Madang. Yeah. 2 hearts.
Persona 4 being announced was pretty good. And then you got Gears of War now,
which we kind of knew for. It looks
exactly the same as I.
And it's an upgrade for those that already
anyone
have
who owns it, which I do. Yeah, you have it as well, don't you?
I do it. Yeah, I own it as well.
The problem is, like I said,
crossplay though on any platform, though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I can play with Lee, so I can introduce Lee to this series.
Yeah.
Well, not series. It's only one game. But do you think they're going to see how this does and then start working on the other 2? 3.
Yeah, I think so.
It'd only be 2 because 2 and 3 are the only ones that want upgraded, wouldn't they?
Split screen co-op. Does anyone really use split screen anymore?
That's the first time I've seen that in a long time.
Yeah.
The play anywhere is pretty cool.
The play anywhere is cool. So they're rolling that out for anywhere. That's good.
But it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks good, but it does still look exactly like me and Tom played recently.
Yeah.
It's more exciting for people who have never played it. So PS5, PC. But I remember this being on PC.
Yeah, it's on PC.
Like you had to buy it on disc though.
I think so.
I'm not really bothered about do you know what? I was so gutted when I saw this.
You know what? So there was that whole Kickstarter with the they were doing an Invincible game, and I saw this and thought, yes, here it is. This is the game that was Kickstarted. Everybody wanted it to come out, and I watched it. And I was thinking, how are they going with this? This looks really good, really good, really good. Turned into a beat 'em up, and I was just like, nope, not fucking interested now. I thought it would have been story driven,
Spider-Man kind of
Spider-Man, yeah, that type of thing. Still been story driven. Maybe follow it. up to the seasons or whatever.
Even the
and
art
it's-
style, where they come like with this amazing looking art style, and it's still got that, the what like they did with the Spider-Verse, where it's like the frames.
Yeah, it's the mix, the cell shading and the
Yeah.
and the
But
thing.
then as soon as I saw the fight, and I was like, oh, they've just ruined this.
Well, is this what actually some of the actual people wanted?
No, no one wanted this.
No one
There's a lot of
wanted
people
the
going, we
beat 'em up.
wanted this. Games like Spider-Man and Batman and that do well. So why don't more people actually think about that and think, well, this is what they want?
Well, it was a Kickstarter, wasn't it? So what was their capabilities? Maybe this is what they thought, or there was
It could have
feedback
had
from them what they wanted.
something so big that it could have literally
3
been like,
times Wi-Fi. I mean, I suppose this gives you that whole mix between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter-esque, but with the blood and gore of
yeah,
Invincible
but
and whatever.
again, it's not something that.
Tag in, tag out.
Yeah, but personally, to
There's
me,
a lot
I'm
of
not going to
graphics
play
in
it.
it.
I'm not going to
No.
play it. It's not my thing.
No,
I'm
Yeah,
sick
it's
and
not mine
tired
either.
of like I
but
don't
I'm sure there are some
mind their
people really like
games,
it.
but it's just there's loads of people who have said like, what is this? Like, we didn't ask for this. The Kickstarter said that they wanted an Invincible game. They didn't say an Invincible fighting game.
Yeah.
They could have tried.
The fighting in
some-
the cartoon is what people really love to see, but it would have been nice to have been story driven, or follow on, like you said, like that Spider-Man-esque thing.
Hmm.
And then
And
Double
then
Fine.
That was a really interesting idea. The whole lighthouse and
Double Fine usually come out with some really good ones, and I am looking forward to this. I really want to see more about it and how it works.
yeah, the whole like idea that you're this lighthouse is quite funny, isn't it?
I like it. I'm interested to see more.
And it
of
looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. I'm
it's
just
very
wondering,
similar to,
is it
what
going to
it,
be a side scroller?
very similar to that. What's that? What did Kev say? I mean, it's kind of nice to have a new gory fighting game. There's pretty much nothing other than Mortal Kombat otherwise. Yeah, that's true. I get that, but I don't think that was what was that what the Invincible fans that did the Kickstarter were looking for.
No.
And maybe it is, and that's what I'm saying. Is they must have done some kind of survey or had the feedback.
Unless
General
this
consensus was to do a
isn't
fighting game.
just
Just
over that.
not my cup of tea anymore.
Yeah,
But
what
you're
if
right.
this
It's nice
isn't-
to have a good gory fighting game apart from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, the thing is, it might not be just this. Might be another company, and the Kickstarter could be something completely else.
Well, that wouldn't be fair, would it? Because I thought it was the Kickstarter got permission to do the Invincible, and that's why they did it.
And then you got the last one, which is it's weird that they changed Alex Mason again, though. But I like him as an actor. He's a pretty
the
good
actor.
actor.
He used to be he was in Heroes a long time back, wasn't he?
I thought he was related to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No,
No, not Arnold. No, Sylvester Stallone.
no,
Because he
but
plays as his older son.
yeah, it's just looky. But like Hayden said, we've just got over BO6. I was surprised they were bringing out the 7. I know it's obviously going for the tech side of things, futuristic-esque.
Yeah, at first I thought this was the Death Stranding Hideo Kojima horror game that they were talking about.
And the mocap looks good and the visuals look good. But like you said, you kind of lost interest in BO6
But
already.
Menendez is a messed up character. I mean, more messed up than, in my opinion, I think he's more of a villain than Thingy is. Makarov. So I'm interested to see what because in Black Ops 2, he went and murdered a whole village for his sister when they kidnapped her, and he went through all them soldiers and he just chopped them up with the machete. And it blew my mind. It was like, whoa, this is messed up. Like, this is 18 plus. And then obviously now it's obviously Mason is, and it looks like the number sequence and stuff as well. So it looks like we're going back to Mason, which is confusing after what we've just done with 6.
Yeah.
So is this going to be after because is this going to explain where he's been all this time? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you shoot him in the leg, he survives. So, is this his torture? Is he being like brainwashed again? Because then he comes back at the end. Black Ops 2, as long as you shoot him in the leg. So I'm wondering if this is going to be his story, and I'm looking forward to it if it is, because it means there'd be a lot of mental and
Machete, yeah.
yeah, there's going to be a lot of mental abuse and stuff. It looks good though. It does look good. It looks like Black Ops 2 again.
Yep. Yeah. Good.
I'm hoping they don't do the same zombies as they've done now, though. I'm not a fan of the zombies.
It was all right. I quite enjoyed it.
It's all right, but it's not what I personally want. Personally, to me, Planet Alana will do last one.
Yeah, Planet Alana, because I am looking forward to this. I'd love to see where they're going to take the narrative now, because it's obviously they mentioned the whole thing of obviously he goes off to other lands or starts adventuring further. You can see they're utilizing what was left from the story in regards to it, and how they're reusing some of it. So yeah, I loved this game. Just graphically from the way it was set out. Thunderfall did an amazing job with the original. And like Hayden said as well, this is interesting. This was for Hayden and both myself as well. This was game of the year when one came out. So actually seeing this, and it looks like there's people riding that one this time. More secrets to tell. So it looks like he's traveling a little bit more over the planet.
So it's coming out next year as well.
Yeah. And it looks interesting because it looks like there's more capabilities with the little one. Or that's the key to the story, without spoiling anything for anyone who hasn't played. If you haven't played Planet Alana, which you should have, you should. It's a beautiful narrative, beautiful colors, beautiful soundtrack, and then lead into this one. So I'm looking forward to this. Definitely looking forward to this. Simplistic and
yeah, it's beautiful. Like the art style and the whole
for a side scroller, it was beautiful.
Yeah, what's this? It's not cartoon. What is it? It's like paint. It's like painted.
Yeah,
the background's all like hand created, drawn and stuff. I need to learn some of these terms.
Yeah. The other one that I actually picked up, and I don't know if it's on here as well, was the what was the co-op one of the two animations, stop animation?
Oh,
was that in the game?
That's
not on the showcase.
Let me just scroll through this.
Was it in the showcase or was it in this? Because I watched both. And
well, there's Clockwise.
Clockwise is well. Why don't we finish up on Clockwise? There was the animation one. I think that was on Game Fest, and I sent you a link as well, obviously, to the Deadpool VR.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. And then you got Don't Nod's new game as well, which looked really cool. And the fact that it was being in collaboration with the European Space Agency is crazy.
It's weird though that they would do that, considering it looks like a bit of a horror-esque spacing. So how do they? I don't know. It didn't. It did.
Did you have a look at Anima?
Yeah, was that not a Pokemon?
Yeah, literally. That's what I.
Another one that's going to end up taking to court for copyright.
Tony Hawk, so you can run around as Doomsday. The Fate's End looked good as well.
Maybe I'll jump back on it, but yeah, I'm just bored of it. But yeah, this does look good.
I'm tired of Sea of Thieves now.
I thought they were going to do something else. I can't remember what they were talking about for the story mode rather than smugglers. What was everyone looking forward to, or potentially coming out? Now they did Pirates of the Caribbean and whatever. There was another one.
Indiana Jones as well is getting a DLC, which looks good.
I'm bored of it, Indy. Sorry, just not my cup of tea. I got bored.
Sorry, Indy, he's bored of you.
Not you, Indy, but Indiana Jones. Yeah. So there we go. This looks interesting.
I like the fact that you're going
to set up your
the setup where it's like, what did they look like? Well, and then you make your background
and your character.
You can actually have your beard as well.
Yes, I can. Elisdir Butterbaps will be in Clockwork,
and it's set in the whole Cockney English as well, which I love.
Oh no, yeah,
because I actually understand what that means. He looks like the robot from
Oz. Return to Oz.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is very it's very Guy Ritchie-esque.
And I like the fact that they've added the gore system in it as well. So like in this bit, you'll see him
Yeah.
smash his brains in. And then it's like just the gore that's dripping off it. I like the fact that they've kept that. Like, oh, a bit of brain.
I did notice his in this, even when you're playing it now, you can see his hair's a bit wistful. It's a bit alive of its own accord, moving around a
Maybe
bit.
that's something like maybe he's got special hair.
Maybe his hair's alive. Anyway, yeah. So overall, it was impressive. I did think it was better than State of Play.
State of Play didn't have much personally.
No. The Summerfest was pretty good. I was watching that as well, and what there was coming to
Yeah, did you see Ryan Reynolds do a little bit of a dig at Neil Patrick Harris going, and then you have someone who steals your voice. Steals your part.
Oh, it sounded good.
It sounded good. It
sounded really good.
I think he has got a bit of a feminine voice.
I know, but it
did very works. Well.
And it does look interesting, and I like the comedy in it, and it looks good for a cel-shaded VR game.
And I think it would be cool with that thing as well that I've got, because obviously it's guns.
Yeah.
So, who knows? I might even give him the idea of making 2 handguns.
And finally, is anyone hyped for the walking simulator on the beach? Sorry, Death Stranding on the beach.
I'll give it a go, but I never really could get along with the first one. After a while, I was walking around and dropping my parcels everywhere.
Yep, the courier simulator.
Yeah, but I do like Norman
Reedus.
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
But I don't think he's in this, is
he? He is, yeah. He's in it.
And then there was the Hitman adding Le Chiffre from Bond.
That was mental.
Yeah,
that was crazy. And he looks so different though now. Yeah, proper like beard and that.
Kojima is my God. So yes. Don't get me wrong. Kojima is amazing at it. I joke about it being the walking simulator just because it was a random, which is good for Kojima, but it was a randomness. I've got it, so I enjoyed it. Will I get 2? Possibly.
Yeah, I need to probably give it a go personally. There's a few games that didn't make an appearance, which is weird. So Blade, for example, wasn't shown.
Yep.
But he did say at the end that Gears of War, E-Day, Halo, and things like that is something they'll talk about later. Now, I think that's going to be announced near Christmas.
Yeah, it's going to be the next tranche, holidays, November showcase, probably.
Or it could be the summer one.
Summer showcase.
Well, this is the summer showcase, but they've got one. They do another one in August, don't they?
Do they do? Oh yeah, but it's a mid one, isn't it? Do they do one closer to the holidays, so close to Christmas, to say, hey, here's a new handheld, and here's a shit ton of games you can buy at 80 quid a pop?
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah. Right, I am going to call it there.
Is there any games that you were a bit disappointed you didn't get to see?
No, because I've learned to not have expectations. So everything that comes out can go, ooh, oh, okay. And not expect anything.
I'd say Blade for me, and maybe
it's still in the works, isn't it? And they'll release it when yeah.
Another Dead Rising, yeah. Because they obviously then remade the first one, didn't they? So I'm hoping they make the second one, because I loved the second one. So.
No, we'll see. That was your disappointments, where I didn't really have any disappointments.
No, but do you know what? I wasn't disappointed, but I'm bored of Fallout.
76.
Yeah, I'm bored of that and all fishing, and I'm bored of Sea of Thieves now.
Sea of Thieves I haven't really got back into, but again, need to do a private server kind of thing and just go around and do some fun on it, and it is enjoyable. But yeah, the story modes were pretty good. I did like the Pirates.
I liked the Pirates of the Caribbean version. You never did the Monkey Island, did you?
The other one, Monkey Island, I started doing. Yeah, I was doing the Monkey Island as well, although it got a bit stuck at one point. I don't know if it were probably. So yeah, I think it was supposed to be Peter Pan, wasn't it, or something like that? They were supposed to be doing as well, but that didn't come out. That was in the bingo card. So yeah, it's true.
Peter Pan.
Otherwise, it's been good.
Kill me.
Anyway, right, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We have been the LOD. Hope you liked that. There was a showcase on that. Also, we didn't actually have any titles for this one. So those that are in chat still, usually we save a load of titles, but there wasn't really anything that was I don't know. Did we
Maybe
say
we could just call this 3 Guys, 1 Xbox.
Sounds good. How do you think about that, guys? Ladies and gentlemen. 3 guys, 1
3
Xbox.
Guys, 1 Xbox showcase.
Not a showcase. We'll just do 3 guys, 1 Xbox. Put it in the chat if you think that's good, or if you come up with a title, because we usually do the titles. I don't think, maybe we've been slightly more professional this time, and we haven't actually come up with anything that was seriously funny. Tom getting munched off under the camera. There's the other one there as well. If you
Was he?
Vote. No, he wasn't.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, Lewis.
I was gonna say what? She was down on her knees giving them a good time
He wasn't.
on the show.
Yeah.
My God, that would have been very awkward to see. Oh, hi,
Curtain
Heather.
Twitchers and Anonymous. We'll call it that anyway. 3 guys, 1 Xbox. Yes. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We've been the LOD. Toodles. Say bye, Lewis.
Bye, Lewis.